Good evening, everyone. Wait for Stacks Australia to set up.
Good evening, Gordy.
I
Hey guys. Hello, hello,
Hello.
hello. Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Hey
can hear.
Gordon.
Hey, good evening, Sam. Got you loud and clear. That's great. If you can pop me up to co-host, that'd be
Yeah, doing that right now. Welcome everybody. Such a wonderful crowd we have here. So my name is Sam, for people that know me, and we're gonna have a splendid time. I can see a lot of familiar faces right now. I can see Art of Thomas, Rainfire, Rizel. Good to see you, brother. And our special guest here, Velar. We have a lot to talk about today. And introducing my co-host, Gordon, lead of Stacks Australia in the house. Gordon, would like to introduce yourself to the people in the crowd?
yeah, super excited about tonight's space. We don't do many evening spaces out of Australia, but yeah, it looks like this is going to be, as I say in Australia, bringing global local. So hopefully we'll get a few Australians drop in to find out what's going on at Valor. Going to be a great night. Looking forward to it.
Splendid, splendid. To do a quick reset to everybody in the space, welcome to Stacks Australia's Spaces with Vela. In a few minutes, we'll be talking with Vela to know what they're building on Bitcoin. And as we say, welcome to Bitcoin, welcome to the ecosystem, welcome to innovation at its finest. And to do more on that, we'd like you all to please retweet the space, share it out, tag people, comment. Let's get more people in here to understand what we are building on Bitcoin. As we all can see, Bitcoin is getting a lot of traction recently. So it's our duty to do more of it in every way that we can to support the ecosystem. So please share the space, introduce, invite, bring in your friends, your enemies. Let's just talk about Bitcoin and what Vela is building in the space. With that said, one other thing, if you'd like to join in the conversation, please feel free to send in a request. I'll be eager to bring you up to stage. Let's get it up. Vela, can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
So who are we
So
speaking with on
behind,
the other side of the mic there?
right. So behind the mic, it's Arvind, Chief Strategy Officer at Velar. It's great to be part of the Twitter space today. Thank you
Wonderful,
so much for
brother.
inviting.
We really appreciate you being here. It's remarkable. Rainfire, would you like to say hello to the crowd?
Thanks, Gordon. Thanks, Sam, for having us here. It's Mithil, aka Rainfire, CEO of Velar. Happy to be here. It's first time we are doing spaces with Stacks Australia community. It's the perfect time. We have our incentivized testnet on. We are seeing a lot of participants from Asia, Africa, Europe, expecting to see more Australian users as we move forward. But happy to be here.
Yeah, wonderful, wonderful. And from Stacks Australia, we appreciate everybody for jumping in today to listen to what we have cooking, what the founders are cooking there at Vela, and what they have for Stacks in general and BTC as a whole ecosystem. So without further ado, let's jump in. Can Vela please pin something to the Jumbotron regarding your project so that we can have people linking that to your project? Can we have somebody do that on your side?
Yeah, sure. Maybe Rizal is here from our team. Maybe just put our website and add link here, or just put all the official links in the tweet.
That'll be good, brother. Thank you very much.
Awesome.
So, Mithil, if I can start with you, I would like to allow the crowd to our listeners to understand who you are, how you got into Bitcoin or Web3 as a whole, crypto space and everything, and what inspired Vela in the first place.
For sure, for sure. So I got into crypto in 2017. That's when I got out of my university. I've been in crypto since then, full time. Never done anything else in my life. So I'm a proper born and brought up crypto guy. But it goes on for, I think, most of our team also. So yeah, found Bitcoin in 2017. Started trading. Didn't know much. Made money, lose money. Uh, uh, I mean, made some money, lost all of it. So started an enterprise blockchain studio called Quillhash, based out of New Delhi in India. We used to serve ICOs at that time. They were booming. We used to develop smart contracts, EVM-based smart contracts for ICOs. We used to cater to enterprise blockchain uh, clients by using Hyperledger and Corda. It was going good, and then I started a hedge fund called TerraSearch Capital. In 2019, we used to trade perps, derivatives, and crypto. We had our proprietary algorithms. We um, traded a lot for 4 years, and before starting Velar. But I mean, I would say the starting point of Velar was when Ethereum moved to POS, and when Ethereum moved to proof of stake, there was literally no DeFi infrastructure left on proof of work, which is, I think, the most decentralized.
Sorry, we lost you a little bit. Can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Yeah,
Can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear okay. It might be you, Sam. So can everyone? Yeah, if everyone can hear,
I think
okay.
we
Can
lost
someone?
Mithil for a while. He's no longer speaking. Am I the only
I
one?
can hear you. Yes, I think you're the only one, Sam.
Oh, brother, that's weird.
So
It's the most advanced technology, right?
No, it can be advanced and very annoying at times. So let's just accept that. Uh, so, Mithil, I didn't hear the last part of what you said, but
Sure.
I'm very sure it was something very bullish right now. And I can relate to what you said about gaining some and losing a lot of it. We've all gone through that section of our lives in Web3. And it's one of those things that we're still praying not to go through anymore. Because I can remember my days of being ripped in the space and losing money to shitty projects there and getting robbed by founders and stuff like that. So it's good to have a brother that understands what we understand, what we're going through in the space, and is building something as a solution to help out with the people and Bitcoin, the community, and everything. And it raises my first question, and I think this will be directed to Iran. Iran, can you hear me?
Arvind, yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
Aaron,
I can hear
sorry.
you.
My bad. My bad. So this
See,
brings up a question. I know we at Stacks in general, and the whole hype with Bitcoin has just started recently, and we're very bullish about the old developments, be it the ordinals, the BRC20s, the old DEX, and everything that is going on right now in the ecosystem. So it brings up the question, why or what were your primary reasons for choosing Stacks as a blockchain in the first place and as a foundation for your DEX? Why was it Stacks? Why not another blockchain or like Ethereum or the Solana? Why Stacks in the first place?
right. So, as Mithil mentioned before, our primary goal is to build something on Bitcoin, right? Because we're all Bitcoin guys. And when Ethereum moved from proof of work, to proof of stake, it kind of left a hole in our heart, honestly. And we felt like that's a betrayal to the entire crypto community. And the problem is that proof of stake systems are not really decentralized, and we want to advance decentralized systems and build towards a decentralized future. And Stacks has been around for almost a decade now, and they've been advancing the frontier in terms of scaling Bitcoin. And we are finally seeing it into fruition in today's day and age, even though Stacks has been around for so long. The recent Messari report on Stack speaks volumes, comparing it to other L1s. The the traction among stacks is great, and primarily the technology of stacks is very, very interesting, right? The upcoming Nakamoto upgrade and the advancement around SBTC is going to be game changer, not only for the Bitcoin ecosystem, but in general for society, as a very, very advanced move, because it's the first time in history you can move L1 Bitcoin into L2 without compromising the decentralized nature of it. A non-federated, smart contract-based SBTC. So that's what we are most excited about. And of course, the transaction finalizing on Bitcoin on proof of work, the most decentralized, robust system in place on Earth, it's super exciting and valuable. And we are glad to be building on Stacks and vibrant that is forming around proof of work and Bitcoin.
Sorry, Kat, am I losing you or is it Twitter again?
Yeah, no, just you're fading away. If you could speak closer to the mic, that'd be great.
Did
Yeah,
anybody lose me or
yeah,
like?
we can hear you perfectly right now. You were
Okay,
fading away for a while there.
okay,
Yeah,
my bad.
you were fading away for a while. Yeah,
Where did you guys lose me?
we didn't lose you.
So you were talking about, yeah, before it was just getting to the closing, like the ending of the what you were talking about. Around
Yeah,
the point where we were talking about the whole crypto space and everything.
right. So yeah, it's just exciting to be on Stacks because I'm most excited about SBTC and the Nakamoto upgrade. Bringing transaction time less than 5 seconds and moving L1 Bitcoin to L2 without a custodian or a federation which takes control of the peg, in moving that into a smart contract and L2 states reading on L1 states. It's extremely novel, and it's going to be a very important piece of infrastructure as we progress towards like a fully decentralized circular Bitcoin economy.
Brilliant, brilliant, brother, brilliant. Um, I like the fact that you brought up the whole SPTC talk, and I know for a fact that it's one of the things that we are bullish about. The great innovation that's coming to Stacks recently, and to have people visualize what they can stare out of it, visualize things that they can build out of that. It's really something that we look forward to in this community. And I must commend you for that, guys. You are really doing a lot in that effort. And compared to a lot of things that have been built in the space, I know right now Stacks has not had like that major build community, and it's one of the things that we've been talking about, especially in the group with the Stacks Advocate, on how to onboard more founders in the space, bring more people to the blockchain. Let's build, let's create, let's infuse people into the space, and having people like you in Vela. With the support of the community is one of the things that we are proud of in Stacks, and we hope that we get more of that from you guys. So that brings up my next question. But before I move into the next question, I would like to say, if you have a question for people of Vela and you're just joining us, please feel free to jump on stage. I'll be eager to bring you up on stage to speak. And in the meantime, please share the space. Let's invite more people. Like, comment. You can drop in your questions in the comment section. I will help you read it out. If you're not feeling too good to, or you're somewhere that you can speak, please drop in the comments there. So my second question goes like this. Uh, Regarding Vela, what specific advantage or unique features does Stacks as a blockchain offer to you guys that led to that decision? I know you talked about why you picked it, but what specific advantage would you say you picked or you cited in Stacks as right now, or the future advantage that you guys might have that brought you to Stacks?
Yeah, I'll take this one. So we really like the ethos of what Stacks was built upon. that the finality should be 100% on Bitcoin. So we really like the fact that Stacks is also completely in sync with the fact that uh, a real decentralized open for all DeFi infra can only be built on top of a proof of work based consensus. And and a lot of other L2s we saw built on top of Bitcoin, they were kind of not as much in sync with this. And yeah, that's why we chose Stacks.
Wonderful, wonderful, brother. Wonderful. Um, I know we have had a lot of people coming into the ecosystem recently, and coming from a background of DJs that like to complain about stuff, especially when it's new. We've had many people talking about, oh, it's slow, it's this, it's that, the price of transaction fees, every this and that. We always complain. It's one of the beauties of being a DJ. But right now, I would like to ask, like, how do you plan, or what plans do you have regarding in terms of mitigations of the difficulties and challenges associated with Stacks blockchain? What plans do you guys have to do something different than what's been already done in the first place?
Sure, it's a really good question. So if you know, like most of our community knows, but so we are one of its kind world's first CPMM based AMM DEX on Bitcoin. So all other DEXs currently that are live on Stacks, they are a fork of Balancer. But we, Velar, the DEX is inspired by Uniswap V2, which brings in the constant product market maker formula X plus Y equals K. I think that particular formula is the most efficient way to run automated market maker DEX on top of any blockchain. And the reason for that is it requires the least amount of fees, which you said one of the difficulty that Stacks blockchain has more fees compared to other blockchains. But it's because I think no other project till now really had a user first approach. And that is what was one of our main inspirations to start Velar also, that so me, Arvind, our team members, we were users of Stacks blockchain before we started Velar, and we ourselves faced many issues. The user experience was really dreadful. I mean, it's probably the worst user experience I ever had in any blockchain in my life. And I mean, the blockchain is slow. That we understand because the Stacks blockchain is anchored 1-to-1 with Bitcoin, and it takes more time. But there are many other ways you can optimize overall user experience by in many other ways. So when we started Velar, if you can also see by the product that our first and most important goal is to provide the best user experience, not in just Stacks ecosystem, but best user experience for users across all blockchains, including EVM, non-EVM chains. So that was the reason why we brought in a Uniswap V2 inspired, first of its kind DEX onto Bitcoin, and it's just starting for us. I mean, as you can see in our white paper, it's just we are just out with Velar version 1, which is called Velar Dharma, and it's just step 1. It's just day 1 for us, and with future versions, we will bring more of a lot of pioneering products on top of Bitcoin, and that users have never seen or never experienced before in the best user experience they have ever experienced in their life. And some of that I'll also mention. So in Velar V2, which is Velar Artha, we are coming up with an upgraded version of our DEX, which is inspired by Uniswap V3. It has concentrated liquidity, which will further reduce fees, which will further improve slippage, which will further increase transaction fees on its own level. Of course, not on the blockchain level, but just the user experience. And that will be really helpful for users. We are bringing in first of its kind perp DEX on Bitcoin blockchain, which will allow users to use their Bitcoin as collateral and use their other liquidity, including Stacks, including Velar, to trade with leverage. So we have a lot of things planned. It will be amazing next 1 year for entire Stacks ecosystem.
That's fantastic. That's really, really, really fantastic, brother. So right now, we've spoken about Stacks. You've explained what you guys have in store for Stacks, why you chose Stacks, or why you want to build on Stacks. But now I think we can dive into what Vela is, because one of the things that we do here is help newbies that are coming into Web3 as a whole, or the ecosystem, blockchain, the investors, the degens, and everybody. We help them to transition from wherever space they're coming from, whatever chain, or from the Web2 space into this our Hobo community. And one of the things that we like to do is simplify the technical terms that the doohickeys or the doohickeys, if I can just use that, of our programmers, the core devs, and we know we speak a lot of mumbo jumbles once in a while and stuff like that. But to break it down, how would you explain what Vela is to anyone just joining us or just joining the ecosystem for the first time? Like a layman's explanation of what Vela is and how we as a user can utilize what you guys are building on in Stack.
For sure, I'll give you two separate explanations. First of all, for layman, you can say Velar is your gateway to Bitcoin ecosystem. That's it. Velar is your one-stop gateway to do anything on Bitcoin ecosystem. Eventually, of course, we are building one step at a time. But as you can see, a user, when it comes to a new ecosystem, what does he need? He either needs to buy or sell tokens, or if it's a project, they need to launch a token of their own. That's why Velar version 1, which is Velar Dharma, is a DEX and a launchpad built on top of Bitcoin ecosystem and L2 called Stacks. So it allows users basically to trade their favorite tokens, change tokens from one to other, and it allows projects also to launch their token with onto the best ecosystem on Bitcoin, which is Stacks. So our launchpad feature is also very interesting because uh, because Stacks itself uses different programming language clarity, right? It's very different compared to Solidity, which is like much more mature, has hundreds of thousands of developers. So our launchpad will allow people to launch their token in a much more secure, in a much more user-friendly way. And along with the ecosystem that we are building on top of Stacks, it will also allow users to buy and participate in new projects that are coming onto Stacks. So that's the layman explanation of what we are doing initially to bring new people on board blockchain ecosystem. But now, technically speaking, Velar is a multi-feature DeFi app with Bitcoin finality. So the core thesis of Velar is that DeFi should be built on top of proof of work, not a proof of stake or not any other consensus, because proof of work is the most robust and most decentralized and open for all um, uh, mechanism to build decentralized finance on top of it. So this is for degens, this is for like core crypto people who understand the tech, who understand why crypto was built in the first place. It's very important to have a user-friendly DeFi infrastructure with POW, because that brings freedom for a lot of people. So what Velar is trying to do is Velar's vision is to build entire user-facing DeFi infra with Bitcoin finality using multiple L2s. So eventually Velar will use multiple L2 solutions built on top of Bitcoin, like Stacks, like RSK, like uh, there are a few more we are exploring: RGB, Taro, Liquid Network, and we will use smart contract engine capabilities of those particular L2 solutions to build DeFi apps on top of it. Some of them will be simple DeFi apps like DEXs, Launchpad. They will have features like farming, staking, and in future we will have more complex DeFi apps like PubDex. They will bring structured products. They will bring third-party integrations for businesses who want to launch business on top of DeFi. There can be insurance products. There can be many other banking. There can be options built on top of DeFi for institutions, not just users. So we want to become that layer on top of L2s on Bitcoin, which allows people to run their businesses on DeFi and run their day-to-day life with DeFi. But it is pure DeFi because everything is based on proof of a consensus and Bitcoin blockchain.
Brilliant. Brilliant. So much, Malcolm. I like the way you took time to explain that in depth. And I feel that was one of the things that prompted Polarity to raise a hand. Hello, Polarity. Can you hear us, brother? Polarity, are you there? Do you have a question for Villa?
Yeah, GM. Good morning,
Yeah,
everybody.
my brother.
Okay, so my question really is, I'm getting to, have interest in the Velar project, I'm a Sheila and so on. So my question now is, I would really like to know more because I'm from Nigeria. So, I can show to a lot of people in Nigeria. So my question now is, can I, know about the CEO, like, talk a little bit about yourself, like, what do you do or something? Don't know if you get the point.
Yeah, I think we had like a first session of that, Mikhail, or would you like to do a recap about yourself?
Yeah, I would love that.
Okay, wonderful.
Uh,
So, Mikhail, if you would like to do a recap, just summarize who you are
sure,
in
I'll
the
take it.
space and what you do.
Sure. Hey, Polarity. Nice to, thanks for being here. Nigeria is one of our top communities right now on Velar, and it's great to see people from Nigeria join the spaces today. So so yeah, I've been in the space since 2017. Built a, a, a enterprise blockchain startup based on like based on EVM compatible blockchains and permission blockchains in 2017. Then started a quant trading desk called TerraSearch Capital. In 2019, we were trading derivatives in crypto for last 4 years, perps mainly, options on different on top 100 tokens. We also had a proprietary venture arm through which we invested in 30 crypto startups in last 2 years before starting Velar. So we started Velar for a very specific reason, which I mentioned before, that we want to build the entire user-facing DeFi infra with Bitcoin finality, and because it's very important for not only crypto but for the whole world and future generations also to have option of using DeFi with proof of work. And we are just building, and we are users ourselves. So when we started Velar, it's very important for us also as users to to build what actually we would use, even if like I would use Velar even if I didn't build it, because that's actually a huge need in the market right now, where when Ethereum moving to POS completely left a huge empty space in the ecosystem where there was no DeFi on top of POW. So yeah, that's why we are starting Velar.
Wonderful. Polarity, does that answer your question? Or do you have any additional question? Polarity, can you hear us? While we're waiting for Polarity, I think we can move over to Build Alpha. Hello, brother. Can you hear us?
Hello.
Yeah.
Namaste. Friends, can I speak in Hindi?
We cannot hear you. The background noise is a bit too loud. If you can help us.
My question is, I used Velar. I have token Velar showing in my
Okay.
balance, but I can't step.
Hey, Bit Alpha. So staking
Uh,
is not live yet.
If I click on staking, there is
sorry,
no balance showing.
Yeah, I'll take it, Gordon.
I don't.
I'll take it, Sam. So Bit Alpha, we currently have only swaps and liquidity pool live on Velar Dharma testnet. We are the staking and farming is not live yet. Staking and farming will be live in a few days, so we will announce officially through Velar's Twitter and Discord and Telegram channels. When the staking goes live, then you can be staking.
मुझे लगता है इंडिया का प्रोजेक्ट से तो हिंदी में बात कर सकते हो अगर
Let's talk in English because
English.
this
Okay.
space is for Stacks Australia. Maybe there is a Stacks India community also. We can do a separate Stacks India, spaces where we can talk in regional language.
Okay, thank you, Zaror.
Thank you, brother, for comment. So he mentioned something that raised my interest. I understand that you guys have started a test net. Would you like to give us an info in that?
Sure. Maybe Arvind, you want to take it?
Sure. So we went live with our testnet on 13th of May, and we went with our incentivized testnet program 13th of June. In this time, it has been great to see the community receive us, especially as founders who are excited about proof of work and building on stacks. It's extremely rewarding to see the kind of reception that we received so far. We had over 10,000 users, unique wallets using our testnet in just like 4 or 5 days, and we're nearing around 12,000 users today. So it's extremely. It makes my heart really happy to see that people are coming, using our product, giving great feedback. If you go to our Discord, check the feedback channel. It's great to see the involvement and the excitement around people. Our Telegram group is full of people testing the testnet and asking questions. And the best thing about it for me personally is that we are onboarding people on Bitcoin. People are downloading Bitcoin wallets, using it and learning it. So this is what we started Velar for, to onboard people on Bitcoin to further the Bitcoin circular economy.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. I think for now, I can pass the mic to Gordon. I know is going to have some questions for you guys. Gordon.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, great to have you guys on tonight. Yeah, I've been checking out your community and watching it grow. The activity is certainly building there very quickly for you guys. Your spaces are very active in your spaces, and your explainers I think are excellent. So yeah, I think I'll post some things up into the nest on how people can jump onto the test net, so that people can get in and experience that.
That was wonderful, wonderful. So before we move, I can see AJ Victor's hand up. Before we move to AJ Victor, I would like to do a quick reset again. Please share the spaces, invite your friends, tag people, comment in the comment section, let people know that we are talking with Velar. We want to understand what they're building in the space and share out the information over the blockchain ecosystem. So AJ Victor, welcome, brother. Can you have the mic? Let's hear what you have to say.
Okay. Okay. GM, everyone. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
brother.
yeah. So my question is going to be in two parts. So it's about funding. Yeah. So I discovered that Rainfire, the CEO, the founder, was saying something about funding and asking for funds, from venture capitals. So my first question would be what platform, what ventures are they seeking funding from? And what is the fund going to be used for exactly after getting it? So that would be my question.
Sure, AJ. I'll take this one. So, Velar till date is completely bootstrapped. We didn't raise any external funding whatsoever from friends or family, or we didn't have any pre-seed or seed round till now. So that's our goal, to remain completely bootstrapped until Velar Dharma mainnet. So the DEX and the launchpad with farming and staking that we are talking about, we will go live on mainnet without any external funding. And then Venar has plans to raise a seed round uh, from fellow Bitcoin ecosystem people or venture capitalists. We are still exploring, but our focus till now has been to ship the product, to ship the features, uh, debug all the issues that people have. And with our community growing, it's been great since last few weeks. So when we raise that seed round, your second question was what we use the money for, right? So the seed round that we will raise to build future versions of Velar. So and build it quickly. As I mentioned before, in Velar V2 we have first of its kind pub decks coming in. We have first of its. We will be first project, like hopefully if we launch version 2 on time, that will be multi L2 on Bitcoin. It will have few multi L2 cross chain bridges. It will be first of its kind concentrated liquidity decks. So the funds we are raising is to accelerate the development of Velar ecosystem on the product side and on and on the community side both. So yeah. Plus, yeah, I'll just add one more thing that uh, we have always envisioned Velar to be a community first project, like I mentioned before, and to back that, we will also do an IDO of Velar for community very soon. It will. We don't have the official dates yet, so no assumptions, but we will officially announce the date for IDO also very soon, through which the community that is using Velar right now, they can have more skin in the game. They can participate more in the growth and our journey overall with Velar.
That's
Okay.
brilliant. Brilliant.
That's great. Thank you very much for your answers. Yeah.
No, thank you, brother. Thank you, brother, for asking a wonderful question. Crypto Loud, have a question.
GM.
Yeah, my brother.
Yo, a wonderful good morning to you, good Yo, I see you, Fire. A wonderful good morning to you.
Good morning.
So, good morning. So, you know what? I can definitely say I was surprised when I come to know about Velar. And I see that they are launching on blockchain, which is Bitcoin blockchain. It is super to me and it's surprising. What that me here is that I shared through the white paper. Hello, are you hearing me?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you perfectly.
Yeah. I shared through the white paper. I noticed that the token launch is 1 billion of token. Yeah, if I'm correct. A 35% of reward is going to give to the community reward. 35%, if I'm right. So the question here is that, is it the early supporter that only have right to the 35% of token distribution? And the testnet, is it the testnet user going to have the airdrop of 5%? And the question goes to the real fire once more again. Are you hearing me, please? Hello.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, we can hear you. We can.
So the team have a marketing plan on ground to make it more awareness for people, because I can say it's a very good platform. Vela is a very good platform. I've tested it and I've used it several. And I can say it went smooth. If you are on your PC, it's went very fast. Although it's testnet for now, let's expect smoother when it comes to minutes. But I can say the team have drew a lot for them to do this. Because I've tested several times and I can say, yeah, it's a really good one. So the question now is that, what plan the team have? I don't need them to give me the real offer. They can just hint. At least this will put more awareness for it. But it's on Bitcoin, which was Bitcoin blockchain, is no more aware to people like that. So gradually, I think with marketing steps on plan on ground, it can make more awareness, because we know awareness does only matter in this blockchain now. Maybe you have done some marketing plan, you can just intos. So this
Okay.
is my question for now.
Yeah, sure.
This is my question
Okay.
for now.
Yeah, I'll take it.
If I can echo your question, I think what he's asking about is what are your
It's fine,
plans
sir.
for the supply distributions and the marketing?
Yeah, Sam, it's fine. I'll take it. So yeah, Crypto Loud. Yeah. Thanks for testing and thanks for your kind words uh, on the experience you had with the testnet. So yeah, your first question was about community rewards, the 35% allocation. So no, the the early supporters won't get entire community reward of 35%. That's not how it works. The community reward percentage of 35% is for uh, is is designed for the entire ecosystem's growth and support for next decade. It's not for next 6 months or 1 year. You understand? So community rewards will be used in multiple places, not just uh, to reward a certain set of users. It will be rewarding. It will be used to reward all stakeholders uh, in Velar ecosystem as we grow in future versions. It will be It will be used to partner with more people to grow ecosystem all over the world. So it is the allocation that we will use over a period of next many years. So if your question is that a lot of people will come and sell, no, it will because 35% is logged for many years and it will be used overall for ecosystem growth. The second question was for airdrop. So the 5% airdrop allocation is the total allocation for Velar ecosystem in general. So as you know, we have future versions planned also. So we will use that allocation to 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 reward participants in our future versions also. So we have used 5% allocation of airdrop divided among several versions of Velar. So Velar Dharma testnet that we have currently live on and the incentivized testnet we have running will have around 2% of total Velar supply allocated for its testnet users, which is in itself a huge number, I would say, because because 2% makes it 20 million tokens. That is the allocation for early users of Velar Dharma testnet, all the participants in Velar Dharma testnet, which will give a good boost to the whole community also, because it allows them to become stakeholders in Velar. Your third question was the marketing plan. Talking about marketing plan, and I agree with you that Bitcoin blockchain has a nascent ecosystem compared to others, and they need awareness. So we completely um, agree that awareness is the most important thing we need to bring amongst people when trying to get them on board the Bitcoin ecosystem, and we are being crypto users, being DeFi degens ourselves for past 7 years, we understand that fact, and we are moving on all fronts. We are talking with Bitcoin maximalists who have been in Bitcoin ecosystem for last 14-15 years. Um, they love to see what we are building. We are also talking with a lot of new use cases coming on to Bitcoin, which is ordinals, VRC20, SRC20, ORC20. Those projects we are talking and partnering. We will in future partner with around mainnet to spread more awareness around DeFi on Bitcoin. We will also partner with EVM compatible blockchains with projects who want to maybe in future launch something for their users onto Bitcoin blockchain. So in that way, we understand when we are connected with different ecosystems, and we will make sure to spread the awareness in full throttle. Yeah.
Yeah, if I can just jump in there. Yeah, I think like you guys the marketing is very good so far. I think it's really, you've got your Reddit, you've got your Telegram, your Discord, Twitter, and a Medium blog post. So really impressive marketing that you've got going so far. Just on the Telegram, link on your website, it just goes to the announcements channel. Is that correct? You talked about there being conversation in the community. Is there also a community Telegram?
Yeah, thanks for noticing that. We'll add the Telegram group uh, link to the website.
Yeah, that'd be great. I was looking for to see where that community building was going on. But an impressive number of users so far. That's quite incredible. The numbers that you stated there already. I've got downloaded some testnet tokens myself and going to be having a bit of a play around with it this week. So looking forward to that.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, Gordon.
Yeah.
Getting on the testnet. Wonderful. I saw Divine. Divine, can you hear us? I know you have your hand for a while now. So from Divine, we'll move back to AJ. And I think I saw Crypto Labs hand up there. So Divine, if you can hear us, please X away.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, good day, everyone. I am Divine.
Good day, my brother.
Yeah, I want to first of all say kudos to the founders and the co-founders and the entire team of Velar community, and they are really doing a good job. With I know in time to come, the community and the project will become bigger. My question goes for those. Excuse me, one sec. Yeah. My first question is about the early supporters role on the Discord community. I think I would like to know. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear
Yeah.
you.
I would like to know the criteria the committee used to pick some set of people that already allocated the role, because I can remember I am yearly, but due to the first set issue, I wasn't able to complete my my testnet process until last week, which I think it should be part. But I would like the comment. I mean, if they can tell me the criteria used, and also as per early supporter, I would like to know if community is watching the early supporters. Most of the early supporters, people, maybe some people they have allocated, they need, I would like the community to encourage them to be engaging in the community, because I always be in the community to answer the question, to help the new member, but I haven't seen any of the early supporters. So I don't know. The question is, what are the criteria selecting the early supporters? Because I see it has been allocated and I joined
understand.
here.
Yeah.
The second one is, yeah. The second one is we are facing a lot of issue with faucet, which I know we know how congested the BTC ecosystem is right now. I know most of most of people are trying to scale it up to make it more faster. And it sometimes when you are requesting for faucet to test your to participate in the test net, it might be frustrating when someone is waiting for, because I can't remember the reason why I did not finish mine with what I had on the discourse about the early supporter role is because of the faucet, the delay in it. Is there any way, or is team working on how to make it more easier for people to use? And the last one is about the when you like the project, when you love what people are doing in the project, you like to be part of the team. And I know myself to be an experienced moderator. I would like to know, is there an opportunity for someone like me who is passionate about the Velar project, who love to be joining with the Velar project, can still be applied or join the moderating team? Thank you very much.
Man, what was your first question again? Can you repeat just the first question? I have the rest of the two.
Yeah, the first question is about the early. So I would like to know the.
Okay, I understand. Let me take it.
Yeah, thank you.
So the early supporter, the early supporter tag. It was so. I'll tell you what happened. Yeah, so we had a situation where we went live with testnet on May 17th, but the incentivized testnet went live on June 13th. The reason for that is we have put mechanisms in place to see who is testing the main net, right? And that took us some time, and that's why we went live with incentivized testnet on June 13th. So early supporter tag is for everyone who used the testnet and did a swap transaction before June 13th. So that's what early supporter tag is for. There are probably not many, maybe less than 500 users or somewhere around that. Maybe I can be wrong. I'll have to check it with the team that used the testnet before June 13th. It was live for everyone to use, and whoever would have used would have gotten a certain amount of tokens from the airdrop allocation itself. So there's not a separate allocation from community rewards or anything. From the airdrop itself, they will get certain allocation for being early supporter, helping us with feedbacks. We that made the user experience much better before the incentivized testnet was launched. So yeah, that's your first question. So now early supporter tag is closed. Nobody gets it after June 13th if they've used the swap. Second question, faucet. Currently, we are using Hero Wallet's faucet, which has its own limitations and issues because I think it's for the first time in entire Stacks ecosystems existence that they have seen such a growth. Thanks to you guys, of course. Thanks to you, Divine. Thanks to everyone in the community that we have reached 12,000 users in last 1 week. We are number one app in entire Stacks ecosystem as of last week only, including NFT marketplaces like Gamma. So great achievement because of you guys. But because of that, Hero Faucet is working overtime. There are only certain amount of stacks they mint over on testnet over a certain period of time. But we have a solution for it. So Velar itself is creating its own testnet faucet for STX tokens, which will be live very soon. Within next 1 or 2 days, we'll make it live. So it will be good for the community to get faucet tokens. It will be much easier to get faucet tokens. Just wait for a few days. Third thing, your question was about moderator role. So we have a really good team of moderators as of now from different parts of the world, speaking different languages because we are getting users from over 100 countries onto Velar. And definitely there will be opportunities in future as we grow the community more. So regarding that, just stay in touch, just be active in the community and talk to someone from our team, maybe Suresh from our team. And if there are any opportunities, we'll let you know.
Can I just jump in there? Just a question around that. Obviously, a lot of communities like to be involved, and they're really good questions about what's going to happen in your own space. But with the onboarding, with the future of Stacks here, and the development of platforms like this, I think we're going to see an exponential growth in projects that will be launching tokens, launching their IDOs, and with the unlock with SBTC. I think there's going to be a lot of opportunity for community members to join other new communities as well to support their projects. Do you see that as being the case?
100%. I mean, it shows by the features that we have on Velar Dharma, right? I mean, there's a reason we are launching Launchpad because I feel maybe there are like 50 to 100 projects right now, tops on Stacks, but I see that number go up easily to a few thousand projects within next 1 year. And Velar Launchpad will be a great place for them to launch their token in a more secure and in a more secure and user-friendly way.
Yeah, it's excellent. I recall, in the days when PancakeSwap launched and all the IDOs were going on the Binance chains there, things grew very rapidly, very quickly once the infrastructure was in place. Said Jesse, you had a question as well. He's had his hand up for a while. Do you want to come up, said Jesse?
Oh yes, thank you, Gordon. Hi Rainfire, hi everyone. Good morning. My question is, does Vela plan on? I know Vela has its own native token, the Vela token. Does he plan on incorporating SBTC, or are there any plans on incorporating SBTC into any of its liquidity pool, or I don't know, in any way into the project?
100%. Yes, we had Andre and Christopher from their leading SBTC development. We had them in our Velar Twitter spaces in last few weeks. So uh, we are definitely 100% supporting SBTC, and as soon as SBTC launches, we will have liquidity pools around SBTC on Velar. And even in version 2, when we bring the pub decks, we will have SBTC denominated pools even for leverage trading in future. So yes.
All right, awesome.
Wonderful question there. I was about to ask the same thing. I can see VJ, AJ Victor. Sorry. You have a question, brother?
Yeah,
AJ Victor. Okay.
just a quick one. When Gordon was talking about the what's it called, the seed funding. So is it after mainnet that the seed phase is going to start? So that's just what I wanted to ask.
No, I would say it's already we have begun starting to talk with investors, and we will close it around mainnet. It can be a few weeks before, after. The exact timeline is not yet.
Okay, all right, no problem.
Okay. Crypto Lau, I think you have a second question.
Here. Hello. Can you hear me, please?
We can hear you perfectly.
Okay. So I want to ask you if that we're talking about Vela, BTC, Vela testnet. The question is that where does this name Vela come from? Yeah, where does this name Vela come from? This is the first question I'm gonna ask. Hello, can you hear me, please? You want to confirm you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you.
All right. I love the part of Vela staking because I'm the kind of person when I want to dive into projects, especially work for a project. I read more about the white paper and what the projects are building. I mean, I get to catch Vela once and also on my timeline because I'm a fan of blockchain, mostly of Ethereum, Solana. But I came across this, I was very interested because they are building something different. And the most exciting part is that they are building it in bear market. So let's expect massive adoption when bull market comes in. I love the area and that white paper, it said Vela staking allow users to stake their Vela token. I mean, they will receive multiple benefits and returns that people that stake Vela have a chance to participate in IDO. Please, can you hear me? Just want to confirm.
We can hear you. We can hear you. We just want you to speed it up because we're conserving the time and there's still a lot of speakers that would like to ask questions.
Let me do it. But so people that
Thank
have
you.
take Vela have opportunity in the launch band that's going to be in the project that's going to be launched on Vela in future. So I want the team to talk more, just a brief more about this and let us know what are the future that can hit the users of staking Vela, people that stake Vela in future.
Maybe Arvind, you can take it.
Right.
Please.
So thank you. That was like a very long question, but your first question was how did the name come from? With the Velar name. Some Rainfire is like a geek when it comes to like domains and stuff. So he was just looking around domains, and he picked Velar. It just came to him. He was like the other co-founder TJ and Rainfire. They were in the Himalayas. They were just soul searching, and the name just came to them. And yeah, that's the story behind the name. But it has no meaning, but we are painting a meaning as we lay down the tracks for how we see the future for Velar. The Velar version 1 has a name, Dharma. The second version has a name, Artha, Kama, and Moksha following. So these names are Sanskrit names. You can Google them. They have a very, very deep, strong meaning, which resonates across cultures. Yeah, that's about the name. I'm not sure what your second question was. You said what does staking allow for
Yeah, I
users?
think the second question, sorry to cut you off. The second question was, what are your future plans for people that stake your token?
Right. So staking unlocks a bunch of features. Primarily, it on Dharma, it unlocks features as in discounted fees on the DEX and access to IDO tickets for the projects that launch on Velar. As we move into other versions, the staking feature will improve and progress in utility. For the perp DEX, it allows you to get higher leverage, discount on trading fees. For the cross-chain bridge, it allows you to pay fees and discount on the fees on the cross-chain bridge. So a bunch of utilities mapped out. As the versions start manifesting into the world, the utilities will grow and the features will grow for the stakers.
Brilliant, brilliant, wonderful. I know you guys have spoken about community, the supports, token, testnet, and everything. But let's backtrack a little because one of the most important things about our space, the whole crypto space in the first place, is it centers around security. And it raises a question about how do you plan to ensure the security and robustness of Vela, given the chances faced by other blockchain technology?
Right. Security is the utmost importance for us. While the testnet, that's why we are leaving the testnet open for quite some time. While the testnet is being live, we have parallelly smart contract audits running with several stakeholders who are, good at um, finding bugs and clarity and so on. So the smart contract audits are underway with 2, 3 different parties, and we'll make sure that we deploy in mainnet when it's fully, battle tested.
Wonderful, wonderful. So, apart from security, in terms of collaborations and partnerships, probably let me reroute it like this. We've spoken about the ordinals. We're going into recursive ordinals. We've gone into BRC20s, and each and everything that we name come along with a founder on L1 or L2, regardless of the project, regardless of what they're building, but still on the Bitcoin ecosystem. So is Vela planning any kind of collaboration in that line with the L1 founders, the L2 founders, or what plans do you have in terms of collaborations?
Well, we would love to partner with Bitcoin L1's founder Satoshi Nakamoto, but I think that's not an option. Uh, um, but overall, yeah, I mean, like we are working closely with Tex, and we are also exploring um, our going multi L2 in V2, right? So we are already talking with a few other L2s built on top of Bitcoin. Some of them aren't even out yet, so these are very interesting times, I would say, because there are at least 8 layer 2s coming on top of Bitcoin in next 1 year, and people only know 2 or 3 of them as of now, because a lot of them are still in their development phases. Some of them don't even have a name yet. But yeah, I mean, it's very important for Velar to partner and be in touch with L2s that we are developing upon. So it helps us understand their vision. It helps us understand their tech, and it just I mean, we are growing together, right? I mean, when Velar grows, Stacks grows. When Stacks grows, Velar grows. So it's like fueling each other. So it's very important for Velar to work very closely with all the L2s that will be developing upon.
Wonderful. Gordon?
Yeah, thanks. I have a question. As part of our role in Stacks Australia, is to onboard smart contract developers into the ecosystem, and we've got a number that have come through so far. Set Jesse down there as one of our um, graduates of the Clarity Camp, and is making himself, available in the ecosystem. So, what would you say to developers that are thinking about what ecosystem to build on and the opportunities in stacks? I guess a lot of them would say, well, is there any work in there at the present time? So, if I transition from, say, Solidity to Clarity, or just start from scratch and learn, what opportunities do you see coming in the future, and how important is it? How many smart contract developers do you think we're going to need to see coming through?
A lot actually, because Clarity it's fundamentally very different from Solidity. It's a Turing incomplete language. It has formal verification inbuilt, so it's actually good time for developers to start learning Clarity. Of course, if they know Solidity already, then they don't have to. I think they don't have to learn from scratch, because the functions are still the same, like similar to what we use in Solidity to deploy smart contracts. But overall, yeah, there is a learning curve. But I think it's a good opportunity for developers to start learning Clarity right now. And if they are early, because a lot of, as I said, I expect thousands of projects to come to Stacks and other ecosystems on Bitcoin in next 1 year. That will bring at least hundreds of projects to Stacks itself, and they will need developers. There are not many Clarity developers right now, and people and developers who are learning Clarity early, they will have the early mover advantage. They can get in early roles. Even we are hiring at Velar, we are hiring Clarity developers. So if anybody like has experience in Clarity, reach out to us. We are happy to discuss more on it.
Yeah. So, second question would be, talking to founders that are thinking about launching on Stacks and then using like your IDO. How great do you think the opportunities are there for founders to be building on Stacks?
There's a lot actually, especially with Nakamoto upgrade coming up and SBTC coming up. It will bring a lot of use cases to L2s like Stacks. Even people have opportunity to build businesses on top of Velar, right? Because uh, we are a liquidity protocol on top of Stacks. So there can be businesses developed on top of Velar that uses liquidity, that uses that empowers users in a certain way, or uh, give them more features, or like more products to use that are built on top of Velar or Stacks.
Yeah, fantastic. And just in your development this year, obviously with the different ecosystems in Stacks, like Cairo systems, the Stacks developers themselves, and Trust Machines and the likes. What's your experience there working with the overall Stacks ecosystem?
So in my experience, Stacks is the best ecosystem I've ever seen across all blockchains: EVM, non-EVM, permission, non-permission. You can see it, right? I mean, we just launched incentivized testnet a week ago, and we have a huge community now. I mean, Stacks ecosystem is the most probably, I would say, uh, like innovative and accepting for good projects. So it's been great overall working with everyone from Stacks Foundation, even with you guys like Stacks Australia, supporting us in such early phase. Like it won't be possible on most other chains. So we really appreciate uh, even what you guys are doing. Like you guys from Stacks Australia, Gordon and Sam. Like bringing up good projects like us, creating awareness among people from your region. Your motto, bringing global local. It's all these things I'm not seeing in other ecosystems. So I'm really grateful and lucky to be able to serve this ecosystem that you guys have built. And yeah, it's an amazing time. I mean, we are in a very happy place. We want to build something that's very useful for Stacks and crypto and the world in general. And thanks to you guys for supporting it.
Yeah, no worries at all. It's quite. I think I did a tweet out earlier tonight. You know, all the noise has been around ordinals and BRC20 tokens and now recursive ordinals, but in the background, you know, I know that the DeFi on Bitcoin is some of the biggest unlock that's going to be happening. So, full credit to you guys, to you all at the team. You have been pretty much building in stealth in the background. Clearly, you know your way around the ecosystem, and I don't think I've heard anyone in the ecosystem speak so bullishly and passionately about the opportunities that are going to exist here. It really excites us to really push forward. It's a hard message out there when we're working in our communities to get people to learn new languages and work to build on new ecosystems. But I really want to thank you tonight that it's totally inspired me to go out and really send that message out. And I'd really love to see you guys come into some other spaces. We do have opportunities to get you to speak into a bunch of different spaces. So I'd love to talk with you about that further.
For sure, man. Thanks for having us here today. We are uh, anything for the community. We are here 24/7 almost, available anytime. Just let us know. We'll hop on.
Wonderful, wonderful. I think to echo what Gordon just spoke about, it will be nice to have you guys on our forthcoming spaces for Founders Log. We're still planning on what we're doing with that, and it will be centered around founders, builders in the space. What have you built? Where are you? The updates and the things that community members would like to know regarding updates and alphas and all. So we'll be brilliant and appreciating if you can jump in once in a while. With Stacks Australia, you're part of us right now, and all the support we can give. I think on my part, on the team's part, on everybody in Stacks, we'll love to render any help we can.
Thanks a lot, Sam. Appreciate it.
So I think we're going past our regular time right now, but I would like to give more people the chance to ask questions. I can see some people in the speaker section. Nitin, Chris, and we still have AJ here. Out of Thomas. Oh, you've been hiding there right there. Out of Thomas, if you have a question. Out of Thomas currently is our
Guys,
official crypto librarian
sorry,
of the blockchain librarian.
sorry, Sam. I can take just one more question. We had a meeting. We are already late in the other meeting by 13 minutes. Just one last question.
Yeah, no problem. So if Nathan or Asif Thomas have a question.
Hi there. Thank you for.
Hello, brother.
So I just came today and got to know about the Velar ecosystem, like Stacks and Velar today. I'll just straight on go to the question. I was listening to the podcast, to the Twitter space, and you said it's similar to PancakeSwap. So in would Velar tokenomics will also be deflationary or inflationary in the sense like would there be a burn mechanism later on, or it will be a fixed tokenomics with like staking you I get understand. another incentive token.
Great question, Nitin. I'll take it.
So I don't know who said we are not similar to PancakeSwap. We are inspired by Uniswap's mechanism to run a DEX, right? I mean, but the tokenomics is really different. So we have mentioned it in a white paper that most of the DEX tokenomics are emission-based models because they are just a DEX. They don't have other use cases. Like PancakeSwap is just a DEX. It doesn't have anything else built on top of it. But Velar has a completely different vision. Velar is building the entire user-facing DeFi infra on top of Bitcoin with being multi-L2 also. So our tokenomics is designed very, very differently from how PancakeSwap or Uniswap is designed, or even how other DEXs and Stacks ecosystem are designed. So a lot of DEX tokens are inflationary, which is not good for token price in long term, which is which brings a lot of sell pressure to the token in the markets in general in coming years. But because Velar is designed to to bring more complex DeFi products in future version. Our tokenomics is not designed based on emission model. It will be not a inflationary or a deflationary token both. That's why it has a fixed supply. But the token emissions are which will be disclosed for public soon is very different, and it is designed to basically reward all the stakeholders as we move forward with future version, while also maintaining a stable outflow of tokens in the market, stable growth of the ecosystem. So probably it's the farthest from what you would see on in Pancake or Uniswap. Okay. Thanks a lot for the clarity. Thanks for asking this question. It's a great question, Nitin.
Wonderful. Thank you, Nathan. So to wrap this up, I would like Mitchell to just round this up by telling us, like, what should we be expecting from you guys? I know you started your testnet. What next after the testnet? What are the plans, the roadmap, especially for the people that are joining you as users, testers, and everything?
For sure. So incentivized testnet runs for 4 weeks in total. Post that, so we are currently doing some third-party audits of Velar contracts. So if everything goes well, we will go mainnet after it. Mainnet will be followed by an IDO on our own Velar launchpad of Velar token, which will be a great chance for community to participate further in Velar ecosystem, become a stakeholder in the journey as we move forward. Followed by that, we will come up with a detailed plan of action for Velar version 2 and which will run for around 6 months overall, where we will come out with 4 or 5 different features. So every few months, like every 1 or 2 months, we'll have 1 or 2 features from Velar V2 coming, but we will start that after Velar Dharma mainnet. So next 7-8 months are really, really interesting for Velar ecosystem in general. We have a lot of things coming. Maybe even I'm forgetting 1 or 2 because a lot of things are happening. We are building and growing the team a lot, and we are moving very quickly. That's one of our main goal also, to move really quickly, bring out first of its kind pioneering products on Bitcoin, and yeah, like increase value for all the stakeholders.
Beautiful, beautiful. So there you have it, people. What you can do now is follow the Velar handle, check on their Discord, their Telegram community, join in the testnet, be active in the ecosystem, and get rewarded for your activity. So Gordon, would you like to take anything away, like a closing remark before we close?
Yeah, just quickly, thanks a lot for coming on board tonight. I know you guys are running late for a meeting. We'll make sure we get clear on that for future events. So I appreciate your time tonight, and everyone jump into Velar. It's going to be a really exciting project by the sounds. Sounds great.
Wonderful, wonderful. So, Aaron, you?
It was a pleasure talking to you guys and hanging out with the community. And we would like to do this more often. Let's hang out more. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great time.
Thank you, brother, for coming. We appreciate your presence. Mitchell, any closing speech?
No, Sam and Gordon. As I said, that what you guys are doing is really, really great work. Spreading awareness, bringing good projects onto the platform that you have built. I mean, thanks a lot for doing this, guys, and thanks a lot for having us here.
Thank you, brother. We expect greater things from you guys.
For sure.
I think I should be jumping into your Discord very, very soon, so I can get my hands dirty in the testnet too. I can see Arthur Thomas and Nata. Nata, you know I will not let you go without saying a word.
I apologize for jumping in late, guys. I kind of fell asleep. I'm not well. So, love the project. Love what I'm hearing tonight. Keep building. Yeah, it's been amazing. Bunch of people and listeners to come into the space. So I'm looking forward to seeing everybody in the next one. Thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thomas, should we be expecting an article for Velar?
Of course. I was silent today because I was taking lots of notes. I had a few questions, but they were answered because somebody else asked them. So that was
Wonderful. I can count on you, brother. If you have more questions, you can give Rainfire a follow and send him a DM. He has all the time to answer your questions. The perfect person for you. So not So to round this off, I would like to say thank you to everybody that was here. AJ, Victor, Chris, Nitil, all the speakers that came earlier, and to our wonderful co-host and speakers, Mithil from Velar, the whole Velar team. Thank you for being here. My name remains Sam. You can see my profile down there, samtlt.btc. Please keep all the speakers a follow. If you have questions, send us a DM. Follow Stacks Australia because we will be doing more of this often. We're going to be bringing the founders in the space. We're bringing the artists, bringing everybody and everything that is going on in the space to your fingertips. So if you want to be part of that, follow the Stacks Australia, join us in our Discord group, join the Velar Discord, get into the action while we're still early because Bitcoin is still early right now. Don't let anybody fool you. Don't lose out in the action. Get yourself ready for the next big thing coming. And it's been a wonderful time with you guys. Thank you all for coming. God bless. Take care.
Thanks, guys. Cheers. Bye.